Alright, this week we've got a breaded pork chop with soft breadcrumbs. Let's get to work. Alright, I've got some fresh rolls that I'm going to tear up and then blend to a fine powder. Make some nice soft breadcrumbs. Probably about a cup and a half there. 1 teaspoon of fresh ground black pepper, 2 teaspoons granulated garlic, teaspoon of onion powder, some paprika, some thyme, some ground rosemary, some ranch seasoning mix. I'll add some Greek seasoning to some seasoned flour that I have left over from a previous project. A bit of seasoned salt in my breadcrumbs there and some Parmesan cheese. And mix that up. I'm going to put the seasoned flour in a bowl I can work with. And 1 egg. Some black pepper. Some Greek seasoning. Mix that egg up. This is all set up for dredging and breading the pork chops. I'll season the pork chops with a little bit of pepper and some Greek seasoning. Sure to do both sides. You don't want one-sided tasting food. This is a little grill seasoning salt. A bit of oil into my hot pan. I'm in a hurry here, but usually you want to keep one hand dry and one hand for the wet, but I'm just running it all through. Go into the flour, make sure it's coated well and pat it on, and then run it through the egg and into the breadcrumb mixture. Pat it on again so that it sticks fairly well. I'll just keep working them through the assembly line here into the pan. Another good thing, if you have the time, is to bread the pork chops all the way into the breadcrumb mix and then let them rest in the refrigerator for a half hour. Tends to make the breadcrumbs stick a little better. I usually don't have much of a problem with it. And there goes the last one in. A little more oil on top and around the edges of these. Give these a flip once they've started browning. Got another pan ready for some potatoes there. We've got some egg. A bit of my Brabant potatoes. And the pork chops. And then a little chop of bread on the side. Okay, so that's the breaded pork chop. I did that as a breakfast. You could easily do it as a dinner, maybe some mashed potatoes and vegetables. I use soft breadcrumbs in this. Normally, a lot of times you see the hard, dried breadcrumbs when you're breading pork chops. This just makes a melt in your mouth chop. I also mentioned while I'm cooking, you can bread these ahead of time and refrigerate them for a half hour to an hour beforehand, before frying them. I don't do that. Most of the time I don't have any kind of problem with the breading sticking. Just pat it on really good and you should be good to go. Well, I hope you give these a try. Until next time, thanks for watching.